customers, which are your subscribers. So they need to make sure that they have a great experience for their subscribers so they don't leave. So for example, Hotmail doesn't want their users to defect and move over to Gmail. And so how bad is the problem? So you can see here from this chart, the legitimate mail, when we were way back in the kind of the stone ages of the internet, back in 1995, most of the mail going through was legitimate email. So it included some marketing messages, but mainly it was mostly one-on-one messages. And then you look at today. Today, more than 90% of all emails that are being sent through internet service providers are considered spam. So 9 out of 10. And that's a huge problem for internet service providers, because if you think about it, now they have to take this influx of emails, and there's trillions of emails sent per year. They have to analyze each of those IP addresses that go through. They have to analyze the content, and that's a lot of overhead, and that's a lot of work for them. And if you look at these numbers, so Yahoo only accepts 1 out of 8 emails sent into their network. And that's a very, very small amount of email. And Hotmail filters 1 out of every 3 emails received. So same thing. A lot of email that they receive is spam. So they're really in the job of catching a lot of this bad stuff. And unfortunately, when they are casting this net to catch spam, they do catch a lot of the good stuff, which are your emails, your marketing messages that people have opted into. And a lot of the reasons is just because marketers don't know the rules of the road to deliverability. And that's what we're actually going to go into now. And really, one of the main things that affects email delivery today is sender reputation. So a lot of marketers think that content has a lot to do with it. And I will admit that content does play a role in that. About 17% of the time, according to research that we've done, content has played a factor in deliverability. The other amount of time, it's due to your sending reputation. So your sender reputation is really driven by a lot of factors that the internet service providers look at. And what they're trying to do is find that common denominator of what a spammer looks like versus a legitimate marketer. Those are things like unknown user rates, spam complaints, what I was talking about before, your subscribers click on "this is spam" on your emails. Also known bad addresses on your file, so how many users, non-existent users are you mailing to? Additionally, spam traps. So these are just decoy accounts that the ISP set up to catch spammers. And then also what they do is the sender reputation is calculated based on both your IP address that you mail from, as well as your sending domain and your from email address. And your sending domain, I mean, is your return path address, and your from address, which are different. And we'll go into more detail, but that's a little bit confusing in just a minute. So typically, most